Doctor's warning. Walking too much after 70 can age you faster. Do this instead. Advice elderly. Hey there, my friend. I know this might sound strange at first, but I want you to really hear me out today, because what I'm about to share could completely change the way you think about aging, especially if you or someone you love is over 70. You've probably heard it your entire life. Just keep walking. They say walking is the best exercise. They say it keeps you young. They say the more steps, the better. But here's the truth that nobody talks about, especially when it comes to people in their golden years. Walking too much after 70 can actually age you faster. Yes, you heard that right. I'm not here to scare you, and I'm definitely not here to tell you to stop moving. What I am here to do is set the record straight. Because if you've been walking long distances every day thinking it's the key to staying young, vibrant, and strong, it might actually be doing the opposite. Now I know how that sounds. It goes against everything we've been told. But the science is evolving. Doctors and researchers are now discovering that the way we move after 70 needs to change. Not because movement is bad, but because the body changes, and what worked at 40 or 50 may not be helping you at 70 or 80. See, aging isn't about doing more. It's about doing what's right. And sometimes less is more when done wisely. So in today's video, we're going to dive into why walking too much can become harmful after a certain age, what signs to look out for, and most importantly, what you can do instead to actually feel younger, stronger, more energetic, and yes, even more alive. This isn't about giving up your walks. This is about taking back control of your health in a way that respects where your body is today, not where it used to be. Because here's the thing. You don't need to walk 10,000 steps a day to stay healthy. What you need is smart, intentional movement that keeps your joints happy, your muscles strong, your heart balanced, and your mind at peace. And I promise you, when you learn the right way to move at this stage of life, you'll feel it. You'll feel the difference. You'll feel lighter, freer, more confident, and you'll wonder why no one ever told you this before. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and lean in. Because if you're over 70 or care deeply for someone who is, this message might just be the missing piece to aging not just longer, but better. Let's get into it. Number 1. Why too much walking after 70 can be dangerous. Exits. Alright, let's dive into something that's going to surprise a lot of people, because for decades we've been taught that walking is the safest, most beneficial form of exercise. And don't get me wrong, it can be wonderful. But if you're over 70 and you're walking long distances every day, or pushing through joint pain, or feeling more exhausted after your walks than energized, then your body might be trying to send you a message. See, after 70, your body is not the same machine it was in your younger years. And that's not a weakness, that's just biology. Let me break it down for you. 1. Your joints are no longer as resilient. After 70, cartilage, the cushioning that protects your joints, starts to thin out. The knees, the hips, the ankles, they've all been serving you faithfully for decades. But they're not made of steel. They're biological tissues, and they've been absorbing pressure and impact for a lifetime. And walking, while gentle in theory, is still a repetitive impact. Step after step, mile after mile, day after day. That's thousands of pounds of cumulative pressure slamming down on joints that are already more fragile than they used to be. Over time, this can lead to swollen knees, hip inflammation, foot pain, stress fractures, and even accelerated joint degeneration. You may not notice it right away, but overdoing it adds up, especially if you're walking on hard surfaces like pavement. 2. Muscle mass is declining. Here's another truth. After age 30, we all lose muscle mass gradually. But after 70, this process called sarcopenia speeds up dramatically unless we actively work against it. Now here's where walking can fail you. Walking is not a strength-building exercise. It doesn't protect your muscle mass. In fact, if you're only walking and not adding in any strength work, you may actually lose more muscle while wearing down your joints at the same time. That means less stability, more risk of falling, slower metabolism, and yes, faster aging. Because when your muscles shrink and weaken, everything else starts to follow. 3. Your body needs more recovery than it used to. When you were younger, a long walk might have felt refreshing, but now, it might leave you wiped out physically and mentally. Why? Because your mitochondria, the energy factories of your cells, are producing less energy. Your recovery time is longer. Your body is more sensitive to stress, even the stress of movement. Too much walking, especially without proper rest or balance, can elevate your cortisol levels, the stress hormone responsible for inflammation and accelerated aging. And when cortisol is high all the time, sleep gets worse, blood sugar becomes unstable, muscles start breaking down faster, your immune system weakens, all because you thought walking more would keep you strong. The heart has limits too. Now let's talk heart health, because I know many seniors walk to keep their cardiovascular system strong. And again, that's a great reason, but only in moderation. See, if you're pushing yourself too hard with long walks, especially in the heat, or if you have underlying heart conditions, it can actually increase your risk of arrhythmias or blood pressure issues. It's not about fear. It's about respecting the stage your body is in. Remember, movement should energize you, not exhaust you. Number 2. Signs you're overdoing it without realizing it. Now you might be thinking, okay, but I don't feel that bad after my walks. So how do I know if I'm doing too much? Great question. Because the truth is, most people don't even realize they're overdoing it. Let me walk you through some of the silent signs your body might be whispering to you. 1. You feel more tired after your walk than before. This one's tricky because we've been trained to believe that fatigue means I got a good workout. But if you're regularly finishing your walk and feeling sluggish, mentally foggy, like you need to sit down immediately, that's not a good sign. That's not healthy tired. That's your body saying this is too much for me right now. A proper walk should leave you feeling refreshed, not wiped out. 2. You're getting more aches and pains, especially in the same spots. Do you feel your knees burning afterward? Or your hips stiff every evening? Or you waking up sore even on days you didn't exercise? That's a huge red flag. These aren't just signs of aging. They're warning signals of overuse. If your body is hurting the same way over and over, it means you're repeating the same stress on the same joints, without giving them time to heal. Walking through pain isn't strength. It's ignoring what your body's desperately trying to tell you. 3. You're noticing increased swelling in ankles or feet. Swelling can be a natural response to movement, but if it's persistent or worse, getting worse, it could be a sign that your body isn't circulating blood and lymph efficiently. This can happen from walking too far, wearing improper shoes, overstraining small stabilizer muscles. And if you already have circulation issues, this is especially important. Your balance feels off. As we age, the systems responsible for balance, muscles, nerves, eyesight, inner ear, start to decline. If your walking routine is too long, or if you're walking on uneven ground without adequate strength or stability, you're at greater risk of falling. And I don't need to tell you how dangerous a fall can be after 70. One bad step, one missed crack in the sidewalk, and you're looking at months of recovery. That's why it's crucial to notice when your walk is starting to feel less confident and more unstable. You're not seeing the results you expected. Let me ask you this honestly. Have you been walking every day for months, and you're still gaining weight, losing strength, feeling more tired, aging faster? That's because walking alone isn't the miracle people think it is. If the results don't match the effort, it's a sign your body needs something different, something more balanced, something smarter. Number 3, the misunderstood science of movement and aging. Okay, let's talk science, not the boring kind, but the kind that actually explains what's happening inside your body as you age, and why the old advice of just walk more is outdated for people over 70. Because here's the truth. Your body is not fighting aging. It's adapting to it. And the way we move has to adapt too. Now here's the key point I want you to remember from this section. At this stage in life, movement is about quality, not quantity. Let's break this down. 1. Your recovery system is slower, but that's not a bad thing. Think of your body like a rechargeable battery. In your 30s and 40s, you could go for a long hike, barely stretch, get 5 hours of sleep, and still be okay. But after That same height can drain your battery, and it takes longer to recharge. Why? Because your mitochondria, the little power plants in your cells, produce less energy. Your muscles repair more slowly. Your immune system isn't as quick to clean up inflammation. So when you push through long walks every day, without balance, what you're actually doing is draining your battery faster than your body can refill it. And that's when aging speeds up. 2. Too much walking can raise cortisol, the aging hormone. Cortisol is your body's stress hormone. It's not evil. It helps you survive in short bursts. But when it stays elevated, it starts to break down muscle tissue, bone density, skin elasticity, and even memory. Now here's the kicker. Long, repetitive walking, especially if it's more than your body can comfortably handle, can raise cortisol levels, especially in seniors. This isn't just about how far you walk, but how your nervous system is interpreting the strain. And at this stage, your nervous system is more sensitive. It reads overexertion as stress, not strength, which means that daily overwalking could actually be accelerating aging from the inside out. 3. Walking doesn't stimulate all systems needed for longevity. Walking mainly works your legs and cardiovascular system. That's great, but it ignores so many vital areas that protect your body from aging. Think about it. Are you strengthening your core? Are you working on balance? Are you improving your mobility or posture? Are you engaging the small stabilizing muscles that prevent falls? Walking alone doesn't hit those areas. And guess what happens when they're neglected? You start to hunch over, your back tightens, your stride shortens, your breathing becomes shallower, your fall risk goes up. So even if you walk 10,000 steps a day, if you're not targeting these deeper systems, you're not actually protecting your future mobility. 4. Movement isn't just physical, it's neurological. Here's something most people don't talk about. As you age, it's not just your muscles that shrink. It's your neuromuscular connection that weakens. That means the communication between your brain and body becomes less efficient. Your reaction time slows. Coordination dips. Balance becomes fragile. The solution? Not more walking, but intentional movement that improves the brain-body link. Things like slow, mindful balance drills, gentle weight shifting, eye-hand coordination work, posture correction exercises, breath work that activates the vagus nerve, which calms the nervous system. These are the movements that actually preserve independence and youthfulness. Number 4. What you should do instead. Smarter, not harder. Let's go beyond don't walk too much and talk about what you should do instead. Because you're not here to slow down, you're here to age better, stronger, smarter, and more gracefully than ever before. So if you're wondering, okay, if walking isn't the best anymore, what can I do? This section is your answer. 1. Embrace low impact, high value movement. First, let's talk about movement styles that are gentle on your joints, but incredibly powerful for your whole body. These aren't just alternatives to walking. They're better tools for longevity. Try this instead. Tai Chi, ancient, slow-flowing movements that improve balance, coordination, and mental clarity, proven to reduce fall risk. Chair yoga, or gentle stretching, improves flexibility and joint mobility. Things walking does not improve. Water aerobics takes all the pressure off your joints while still giving you a great cardio and strength workout. Resistance band exercises, light strength training that rebuilds muscle, protects your bones and activates stabilizer muscles. Even just 10-15 minutes a day can have massive benefits over long daily walks. 2. Shift to micro movement throughout the day. Here's a secret: your body doesn't need one long walk a day. It craves consistent, gentle motion spread out over time. That means 3 minutes of movement every hour. Standing and stretching during commercials, light squats while brushing your teeth, a slow march in place while waiting for the microwave. This approach feeds your muscles, your joints, and your brain with little doses of healthy activation all day long. And you don't wear yourself out. You actually feel more energized. 3. Prioritize stability, not just steps. Your longevity doesn't depend on how far you walk. It depends on how well you stay on your feet. That means working on ankle strength, core control, hip mobility, posture alignment. Try simple balance drills like standing on one leg with support, heel to toe walking in a straight line, gentle side to side swaying. These may seem small, but they train your body to adapt and to stay stable. 4. Learn the art of recovery. You've heard of rest days, right? Well, after 70, recovery days aren't optional. They're essential, because that's when the body actually grows stronger. Try adding in foam rolling or massage balls, Epsom salt baths, slow breathing exercises, guided meditation, or yoga nidra. These practices heal inflammation, soothe the nervous system, and restore your energy so you can move better tomorrow. 5. Make joy part of the movement. And lastly, please don't forget this. Movement should feel good. After 70, you've earned the right to stop doing things that feel like punishment. Walk if you love walking. Stretch if it feels amazing. Dance in the kitchen if it lights up your soul. Because movement that's filled with joy, intention, and awareness is infinitely more powerful than mindless miles that leave you drained. Number 5. Restore youthful energy. With these simple daily practices, let's talk now about something truly exciting. Because it's one thing to stop doing what drains you, but it's another thing entirely to start doing what restores you. And here's the good news. You don't need to spend hours in a gym or go on expensive retreats or learn complicated routines to feel younger, move better, and wake up with more energy. In fact, what I'm about to share with you are small, simple daily practices that can literally rejuvenate your joints, reset your nervous system, and reawaken your vitality. This is about restoration, not exhaustion. Let's dive into it. Start your day with a joint awakening routine. Before you even get out of bed, yes, before you stand up, you can begin to nourish your body. Try this, then relax. Pull your knees to your chest slowly. Take 3 deep belly breaths. This simple routine lubricates your joints, activates circulation, sends a calming signal to your nervous system. It tells your body, I'm waking up gently and intentionally. Just 3 to 5 minutes of this can completely change how you feel getting out of bed. Set. Swap long walks for 15-minute mobility flows. Instead of a long, tiring walk, try 15 minutes of gentle movement that combines light stretching, controlled breathing, circular joint motion, simple strength moves like sit to stand or wall push-ups. There are wonderful online routines for seniors that guide you through low-impact mobility flows that improve range of motion, posture, set, flexibility, blood flow. You'll feel taller, lighter, more aligned. This one habit alone can be more beneficial than an hour-long walk. 3. Add a breathing break after lunch. Here's one nobody talks about, but it might be the most powerful tool you can add. Intentional breathing. After your midday meal, instead of pushing through the afternoon or taking a nap, try this. Sit in a chair with your feet flat on the floor. Close your eyes. Breathe in slowly for 4 counts. Hold for 2. Exhale for 6. Repeat for 5 minutes. This lowers cortisol, calms inflammation, and sends oxygen-rich blood to your brain and muscles. You'll feel more energized, clear-headed, and balanced. 4. Use light resistance for strength, not sweat. Remember earlier when we talked about how walking doesn't build muscle? Well, now's the time to rebuild what's been quietly slipping away. You don't need heavy weights. You just need consistency. Try even 10 minutes 3 times a week can improve bone density, metabolism, stability, confidence. Your muscles are your armor. Let's keep them strong. 5. End the day with a wind-down ritual. Your recovery doesn't happen during the day. It happens at night, and a lot of people over 70 struggle with sleep, which makes everything harder. To improve your rest and recovery, try creating a ritual before bed. Turn off bright lights an hour before sleep. Do a gentle stretch routine by the bed. Sip on warm herbal tea. Reflect on 3 things you're grateful for. Lie on your back and take deep breaths. This isn't just good for sleep. It's healing for your soul. It's a moment to say, today, I treated my body with kindness. Number 6. The mind-body connection. aging slower from the inside out. This might be the most important section of all, because while it's easy to focus on joints, muscles, and exercise routines, there's something far more powerful that influences how fast you age. Your mind. Yes, your mindset, your emotions, your stress levels, your thoughts. They all directly affect how your body feels, heals, and ages. You can walk every day and still feel weak. You can eat healthy and still feel heavy. You can rest at night and still feel restless. Why? Because if your mind is tense, your body will follow. Let's explore how to flip that. 1. Chronic stress is silent aging. You know what the real enemy is? It's not walking. It's not aging. It's chronic stress. Your body is more sensitive to internal stressors. Your body responds with inflammation, high cortisol, fatigue, brain fog, digestive issues. This is what doctors are now calling invisible inflammation. It's not caused by food or lack of exercise. It's caused by how you feel every day. Mindful movement calms the nervous system. So how do you break that cycle? Through intentional, mindful movement. When you combine physical activity with mental presence, you unlock the body's healing response. That means digestive, sharper memory, deeper sleep, simple practices like dache, walking meditations, stretching with deep breathing, body scans, checking in from head to toe. These may seem gentle, but they are deeply therapeutic. Walk with presence, not pressure. If you still enjoy walking, and I hope you do, don't give it up, but change how you do it. Instead of walking like it's a race, walk like it's a ritual. Try this. Leave your phone at home. Walk slower. Focus on your surroundings. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Listen to the rhythm of your breath. Smile at the trees, the birds, the breeze. This kind of walk nourishes your spirit. And guess what? Studies show that walking with intention improves emotional well-being, memory, cardiovascular health, pain tolerance. Your steps become therapy, not just exercise. 4. Gratitude heals the body. This might sound strange, but science backs it up. Gratitude, the simple act of focusing on what you're thankful for, has been shown to lower inflammation, improve heart health, strengthen immunity, reduce depression, and even slow biological aging. Every day, take 2 minutes to whisper or write down, one thing your body did well today. One person who made you smile. One moment you're grateful to be alive. You'll be amazed how quickly your body responds. Because when you treat your life like a gift, your body starts to protect that gift. Emotions are energy. Move them. Don't store them. Do you ever feel tension in your chest? Tightness in your neck? A weight in your gut? That's trapped emotion. After 70, you've carried a lifetime of memories. Some beautiful, some painful. But here's the secret. You don't have to hold it all in your body anymore. Movement, especially slow intentional movement, helps release stored emotion from the body. Cry if you need to. Laugh as often as possible. Sing in the kitchen. Talk to someone you trust. Or simply breathe through it. Because when emotions flow, energy flows. And energy is life. Number 7. Crafting your personalized longevity movement plan. All right. Now that we've peeled back the truth about overwalking, explored gentle alternatives, and awakened the power of the mind-body connection, it's time to bring it all together. Because information is only power when you apply it. And the most powerful thing you can do now is create a movement plan that honors your body, your energy, and your stage of life. This plan isn't about restriction or routine. It's about freedom. Moving in a way that makes you feel alive, safe, and strong. Let's build it, step by step. Ask yourself, how do I want to feel? Before you set goals like exercise 30 minutes a day, pause. Ask yourself the real question. How do I want to feel in my body every day? Energetic, pain-free, flexible. Stable on your feet? Joyful and light? Write that down. Because that feeling will guide your movement choices. You're not chasing numbers on a step counter. You're chasing a feeling of aliveness. 2. Set a weekly rhythm, not a rigid routine. Instead of forcing yourself into a strict daily schedule, try a rhythmic weekly pattern that flows naturally. Here's an example weekly framework you can customize. Monday, gentle strength training, 15-20 min. Tuesday, mindful walk or Tai Chi, 15 to 30 min. Wednesday, rest and breathing practice. Thursday, stretching posture routine, 10-15 min. Friday, light strength or resistance band session. Saturday, balance drills or water aerobics. Sunday, rest, reflection, gratitude walk. What matters is variety and balance. No one movement style is enough. Together, they support joint mobility, muscle strength, nervous system balance, cardiovascular health, emotional wellness. You're treating your body like a garden, with water, sun, nutrients, and rest. Listen, adjust, repeat. The most important expert is not your doctor or me or anyone online. It's you. Your body is always giving you feedback. Here are some check-in questions to ask yourself each week. Do I feel better or worse after I move? Am I waking up energized or stiff? Is this routine helping me feel more free or more restricted? What movement brought me joy this week? When you listen, you learn. When you learn, you adjust. And when you adjust, you grow stronger without breaking down. Include recovery as a pillar, not an afterthought. Remember, recovery is not laziness, it's wisdom. Plan your recovery days with as much intention as your movement days. Protect the why behind your movement. And finally, never forget why you're doing all of this. You're not moving to impress anyone. You're not chasing youth. You're not working out because you should. You're moving because you want to travel, dance, laugh, and hug your grandkids without pain. You want to breathe deeply. You want to live fully. This isn't about exercise. This is about freedom. This is about living in a body that lets your soul shine through. So build your plan, not for the old you, but for the you who is growing wiser, softer, stronger, and more whole, day by day. Conclusion. The new path to ageless living after 70. My friend, you've made it this far, and I hope you've heard this loud and clear. Aging doesn't mean decline, it means change. And change is not something to fear. It's something to understand, to embrace, and to master. You don't have to give up walking. You don't have to fear your body. You don't have to fight the years, but you do have to listen. Because your body after 70 is not asking you to move more. It's asking you to move wiser. So let's remember, walking too much after 70 can cause wear, exhaustion, and faster aging. But not because walking is bad. It's because your body deserves balance. There are smarter, more restorative ways to move: Tai Chi, strength work, balance drills, breathing, stretching. The mind and body are one. How you think, feel, and breathe deeply affects how you age. It's never too late to build a movement rhythm that supports your energy, not drains it. Joy, intention, rest, and connection are just as important as reps and routines. So if no one's told you this lately, let me say it loud and clear. You are not too old. You are not behind. You are not breaking down. You are evolving. You are learning a new rhythm. You are inviting in a season of movement that's filled with compassion, grace, and strength. And the more you move with love, the longer and more fully you will live. So don't walk more, walk wiser, and walk like you are becoming more yourself with every step. You've got this, and your best, most vibrant years, they're still ahead.